But I want to emphasize that in these coming elections, Ugandans should be aware that for the last 40 years we have had elections, we have gone through elections. But these elections which we go through seem to be the same in the whole process and events that surrounds elections. I have witnessed election where 5 factors have determined who becomes president of Uganda, especially in the last 40 years. Number 1 is the issue of militarism, where the army, security forces, intelligence officers defines the mode and the tone of elections through intimidation, through harassment of opponents, and through defining whom they want to be president. Number 2, we have also had the issue of electoral malpractices and manipulation. In the case of Uganda, the sitting president, according to the 1995 constitution, appoints the president, the electoral commission, the chair and the commissioners, and actually gives them the instrument of managing elections, where it is on record that the electoral commission has not been independent, but indeed they have been pursuing or doing the work of the appointing authority, to the extent that the sitting president has a upper hand in defining how election for presidency is conducted, or who is then declared president. Number 3, we have gone through the issue of tribalism, where you find people saying this one is Jagulanyi is from Uganda, this one is Museveni from Ankole, and others. As you know, areas like Lango, we have never had anyone standing for president. But tribalism has been a major factor in defining who becomes president in the country. So if you have a bigger group, bigger tribe, you check in the last elections, Chagulanyi came and got about 60 members of parliament in just 1 year or 2 because of the size of Uganda and the population. We have had opposition struggling here and there, but you get them 10 MPs, 12 MPs, and they have been repeatedly doing it for over 20 years. So that is also a very big factor. The 4th factor, which has been defining election, is of course high level of use of money. You know, when you are going for presidential election as a president, you have to traverse the whole country, you have to facilitate your campaign agents, you have to mobilize the country, you have to do campaign publicity and so on. And the one in state or in power has a upper hand because he uses state machineries, or he uses state logistics like state helicopters, using vehicles of the presidency, using all kind of the instruments of the state, the staff and so on. Now, this person has a high hand over anybody who is standing for presidency because he's already having a state facilitation to carry out his campaigns when he or she is in office. Now, the 5th and hopefully the last point, which has always defined the one who is in presidency, is actually the level of harassment and intimidation, the power you have to beat others, to torture them, to intimidate them, to create fear in them. If you have that power, if you have that authority, if you can command security forces to define, to torture people, you can win election in Uganda very easily because people are scared and people go and vote for somebody. But in real sense, I have said this and I want to repeat, that voting like a region or particular group of people saying we have a candidate, we have our president is going to stand, has got nothing to do with winning the presidency of election. The factors I've defines who becomes president of Uganda.
Thank you for watching Lango News channel. Please subscribe for more updates.